Okay, this is Marvin, Jim, and Grace Begay with some really interesting new sculptures. Maybe tell us about them a little bit. This is Coyote Placing the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story of Grace. Maybe tell us a little bit about the story of Coyote Placing the Stars. I know you wrote it down. I wrote it on.
Have my papers.
But it's where first man was placing the stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's about a coyote. A long time ago, the spirit people were placing the stars up in the sky. And he came along, the crazy one came along and tricked the spirit people that he wanted a star up there for himself too. So he went and picked up a bright yellow star, kind of like orange
color.
And he placed it up there, and people were talking about what we're going to do with these other stars. And so impatiently, he went and grabbed a whole buckskin and said, "Why can't you do this?" He went and tossed all the stars up there. So that's why a lot of stars have no names, no meanings to it up there now.
Some people interpret that as the Milky Way too, don't they?
Yeah.
So the constellations are what first man placed very specifically, and then Coyote with his chaotic figure threw up the other stars and made the Milky Way. So it's like chaos and order.
Yeah.
So that's the coyote with his buckskin.
Yeah, with a buckskin and some stars sitting on it.
Yeah. And then what are these guys? Tell me about these. It's a man and a woman.
Yeah. This man he's called Navajo Mythology. The revolving one, male revolving one.
So this would be the female
revolving one?
Female.
And she has the beel on. I didn't say that right, did I? Say it. Belay. And that's the dress. The woman's rug dress under here, and then she has the shawl. And then is this a jish personal bag?
No.
Or is
the
this
brush?
The brush for
that's a brush
for the grinding stone.
Grinding stone down here with the stone. So it shows that she's an industrious woman. Yeah.
She's what was it that I wrote? She's a mother and also a grandmother, and has the strength of being a motherhood, and for the regeneration for her people. She reflects an ideal stability and peace in the home, and a provider for her family, and also a female of a grinding stone and stir sticks. We didn't give her the stir sticks because she has her other arm under the blanket.
So these are stories that you guys know, but you're researching them further, and you're trying to explain the culture through your carvings.
Yeah.
Because you told me earlier that you knew the stories, but you wanted to know more about them. So, So where did you find this information?
I collect these through reading other books, and remembering the stories that which our grandpas told us. And so, you have to think all the way back what your grandpa has told you, and reading the story and comparing your stories with all those.
Because they're obviously different interpretations. Everybody hears and sees things differently.
Yeah.
But you guys have, I think that's really interesting that you're researching what you've heard in the past.
And she used her stirring sticks, use it to fight off hungers and ensure good health and food for her families. She's standing up for something.
And that's important to you. We've talked in the past, and protecting your family and helping them, providing for them is really important to you guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you guys are always helping the kids learn how to carve, and you've come up with ideas for them just to help make a living, haven't you? What about the... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The male, the Navajo is a male revolving one, which means that he's the warrior and the leader and a father, and also considered as a grandfather. He's the provider for his family and protector of his family and his people of the Begay, which means the Navajo land. You can see him in the sky every night, year round.
So this is you guys. These guys are you guys.
Well, what it really represents is a Big Dipper, and that one's a Little Dipper. So,
because there are Navajo stories that talk about each star has two beings in it, don't they?
So that's what.
So these are personifications of that.
Yeah, and there was supposed to be a fire right in the center for them too. It's like.
See, there would be the male would be standing on the other side, and there
that's
would
why
be
it's
the
looking,
fire.
it's looking at each other, standing like this, and the fire's supposed to be right in the center.
See, the fire would be right here in between them. But we
and this guy's star is probably way up here somewhere on this side or this side.
And sometimes they call the coyote star Mars, is like the red star.
Yeah, it's always
coyote
red.
Star.
I think orange or red color.
Right, yeah. That's the coyote star, and then these guys. So these figures here, these crosses are the same ones that you see on so many rugs and baskets. They're that duality symbol, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because everything is male-female, positive and negative. Well, these are really beautiful sculptures. You got the blanket has the movement. And is this is a pollen bag here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his pouch.
It's supposed to be holding one side with
an arrowhead on one side, but he's got his hand under the other blanket, so we didn't put the arrowhead in his hand.
He's got jewelry on. What is the jewelry? Talk about having plenty and... Well, the faces are really beautiful on these. They look very natural. So you did all the sculpting?
Yeah. Did all the carving.
And you did the painting? And these are chief blankets, aren't they? On both of these?
Yeah, that's a chief blanket. She was supposed to be wearing kind of like a purple blanket, but well, then I just decided to give her the other shawl blanket. Her blanket was just plain, but just decided to give her a fire color blanket.
Well, I really appreciate the way you guys are always coming up with something new, and I like the fact that you're re-exploring your own culture with these too, going back to what you know and then adding to it. And so this not only educates you and me and but everybody else too. To the benefits and the positive nature of the Navajo culture. I really like them. Well, thank you very much.